these thoughts real quick before I forget them. I've often heard people say, don't pray for patience, otherwise you'll have problems. That is just really an ignorant statement. Patience, the Bible says, is a perfect work. And when you have patience, you're not going to lack anything. It's part of godly character. With every godly character trait that God works in our lives, He gives us grace to receive it. And His grace is sufficient. Our spiritual growth is accompanied by the grace of God. God gives His grace to help us develop godliness and Christ-likeness in our life. When we go through trials, they may be hard and difficult, but God's grace is there. He gives us grace. That's how you can tell the difference between spiritual development that God is working in your life and an attack by the enemy. Spiritual development comes with the grace of God. You may go through a hard time, endure hardness as a good soldier of Christ. You may have to go through difficulty, hardship, heartache, pain, but God's grace is there. God's grace is with you. He gives you His grace. But in an attack from the enemy, you have the difficulty, the hardship, a hindrance to spiritual development. There's frustration, aggravation, discouragement, depression. When the enemy attacks you, it's not to develop you, it's to destroy you. But yet spiritual warfare, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places and so forth. That word wrestle entails with it something that is needful for our spiritual growth and development. Spiritual development, God gives us His grace. Spiritual attack from the enemy, there's aggravation, frustration, discouragement, depression. So that's the difference between the two, I think.